Hey, what's going on, everybody? MHP here, coming back with another sales update video. I had a pretty good week this week, so I wanted to kind of share some of the, or actually last week, I want to share some of the items that I sold. If you're new to my channel, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting that bell so you know when I come out with another video. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning. I appreciate you continuing to watch my videos. So here are 10 items that I sold last week. This is not every item that I sold. I just picked out a few that I thought maybe you could get a little bit of information out of. And we'll start out with the pair of shoes. These are Clarks. Clarks tend to sell really well. As you can tell from the picture here, this is how I display my shoes. This little plastic shoe stand I got from Amazon. They're really cheap, but they're really nice to kind of display your shoes on. And here's just a few pictures of how I display them on eBay. You always want to show the bottoms of them and then the insides. So, but I had these priced at $39.99. Ended up taking a best offer of $30. So it sold for $30. I paid $6 for them. It shipped for $8. eBay and PayPal got $4. So net profit on this one was 12 bucks. Okay. So here's one that was in a recent haul video. This is a Makita plunge type router. Bought this one from my local thrift store, and I only had it for maybe a day or two online, and it sold for full price. So definitely be on the lookout for these tools. Now this one was kind of heavy, and I'm in Georgia, and it did ship to Washington, so it cost a little bit of money to ship, but in the end we still made some great money. So the numbers on this one, I sold it for full price of $130. I paid $20. I believe I paid $20 for it. I have to go back to the video and look, but I know it was around $20. It actually cost $20 to ship because, again, I think it went to Washington. eBay and PayPal got $15, so my net profit on this was $75. One of my better sales this week. Here's a Cuisinart press nonstick. I think it maybe like a waffle maker, possibly, or whatever it is. It was actually brand new sealed, but when I was looking at the seal, I wasn't 100% convinced that it was brand new. I didn't know if the seal had maybe been retaped or something, so I went ahead and opened it, and of course when I did, it's brand new. So on my listings, I will include stock photos. If I can find some from another eBayer, I just save those photos and add them to mine. But here was the seal. I mean, I didn't think that was a manufacturer seal, but it was. So it was actually brand new. I did open it. Bought this one a while back. I've had it for a little while, and the person actually paid me full price for this. So the numbers on this one, they paid $60, or it sold for $60. I paid $9 for it. It shipped for $8. eBay and PayPal got $7. So the net profit on this item is $36. Hey, have I ever told y'all that Christmas sells year round? It really does. I'm not messing with you when I tell you that. When I saw this, I almost didn't look it up. I mean, it just looked like some sort of little cheap ornament, but I noticed that I remember these from back in the day. When was this? Yeah, 1994. I would have been a junior in high school. Just gave up my age there. It's all good. But I remember these little songbird ornaments. I don't remember if there was a TV commercial or what it was. I actually ripped off the original sticker, which was like, I think these sold for like $19.99 or $12.99 back in 1994. And then, of course, I went ahead and put this on here so they can see where it's 1994 from Mr. Christmas. So, yeah, this was a really good sale. I have had this listed for a few weeks, maybe actually a little over a month. And it did finally sell. I did take a best offer of $40, so it sold for $40. I paid $4 for it. It shipped for $7. eBay and PayPal got $5, so I made $24 profit. Very nice sale there. Okay, so this is a book. Imagine that. I have a book in one of my eBay sales videos. This is a book that I had that was going to go into Amazon, and then when I scanned it in the store, I didn't realize that I was restricted. I think I was going kind of fast. So, or maybe I did realize I was restricted and decided, hey, I can still sell it on eBay. there was not very many good comps on this. There was 2 of them that sold, and the 2 folks were asking like $70 plus or best offer, and both of them took offers, so I couldn't really tell what it went for. And the things that scare me about textbooks, as you can see, this one is a 6th edition here. If they come out with the 7th edition, which maybe they already have, I haven't checked, but if they come out with a newer edition, it usually makes the price on these tank. So I've had it for several weeks. I did get it in one of my haul videos. I've had it for several weeks. So I went ahead and somebody offered me $47 for it last week, and I decided just to go ahead and take it. I'm asking $80, and they only offered $47, but I felt like, hey, if this book, if a new issue comes out, I could potentially lose a lot of profit. So I just went ahead and took this one. And on my books, if you hadn't seen my videos before, I always write, like on this one, overall book is in good condition under the condition notes. There is some highlighting and underlining in the book. So you can also kind of look down here. I would say over half the book is free from any writing or highlighting or underlining. So that is always good to put when you're selling books. You know, if there is writing and highlighting and you don't have to count every single page. Just kind of just thumb through it, and you'll be able to tell, you know, how many have got writing and highlighting. And actually, I put one page here that was clean, and then I put a page with an example of the highlighting. That way, when the person receives the book, there's no questions about it. Okay, so let's break this one down. We sold it for $47. I paid $2 for it because it's a paperback book. It shipped, it shipped for $4. eBay and PayPal got $5. So our net profit on this book was $36. All right, what do we have next? Okay, so now we have a factory car stereo. And if you've ever watched my videos before, you know that I really, really, really like selling factory car stereos. Just to give you an idea of some of the pictures that I take here, I like to get kind of a side view so they can get a really good angle of what it looks like and kind of zoom in. And this one wasn't perfect. It definitely had some signs of wear, but overall it was in pretty good condition. And if you look at my condition notes up here, I guarantee it to work or their money back, 30 days returned. I'll put that on all my stereos. And honestly, again, I mentioned in another video, but I've probably sold 40 or 50 stereos and maybe only 1 or 2 have come back. I'll take that ratio all day long. And this one, the customers had this one for probably almost a week now, and I haven't heard anything. So be on the lookout for these radios. If you're willing to guarantee them to work, and you're willing to take, and actually I don't make them send them back if they don't work. I just tell them to keep it, and I fully refund their money, and I apologize to them. But again, I've sold 40 or 50 of these and only had 1 or 2 people say, hey, it didn't work. And then when I fully refunded their money, they were perfectly fine with it. So the numbers on this one, again, sold it for full price of $60. I only paid $5 for this one, which is awesome. It was $4.99. So sold it for $60, paid $5 for it. It did cost $10 to ship. Radios are kind of heavy. eBay and PayPal got about $7, so my net profit on this one was $38. If y'all are kind of noticing that I'm getting I have best offers on all of my items, but if you're noticing that most people or a lot of people are paying my best offer amount and not even offering me anything, I feel like the reason that happens a lot is because I do my due diligence and research on the item before I list it. I don't list an item for $70 if the eBay solds show 40. If they show 40, that's what I list it for. So I feel like that's why I tend to get a lot of people that pay full price. Now, saying that, the next one here, so this is a printer that I bought probably 5 months ago, and I've just been dying for it to sell because it's been sitting and it takes up a lot of room. This thing is massive. It's really a very nice printer. It was in good condition. I did fully test this myself, and everything worked perfectly fine with it. So I knew I knew I'd get some good money for it. I just didn't know when. And actually, I think I've come down on the price. I think I started out at $179 for this, and I came down to $149.99, and it did sell last week. Took a best offer on it for $130, so I sold it for $130. I paid around $13 for it. It shipped for $20. I shipped this one FedEx ground because it was so heavy. I want to say this thing was almost 25 pounds. So it shipped for $20. eBay and PayPal got about $15. So in the end, we made a net profit of $82. Really, really good sale there. Cowboy boots. Cowboy boots do really, really well. So if you ever see cowboy boots in decent condition, be sure to pick them up and take a look at them. Look them up on eBay. May not be pronouncing these right, but these are correctly. But it's called Nokana leather Western cowboy boots. I had them listed for $49.99. Took a best offer of $40 on them. I'm sorry, took a best offer of $45. The funny story about this one is I offer free shipping on all my items. So the person offered me $40. And anytime I get an offer from somebody, now that we have this regional shipping that eBay does, I immediately go look to see where they're located. This person, of course, was in California, which is the most expensive place for me to ship. So while I normally would have taken $40 from someone that lived, a little bit closer, I counted at $45, and I was kind of expecting them not to hear back from them. If you sell on eBay, a lot of times you'll counter an offer and you'll never hear back from the person who you thought was interested in the item. But they immediately accepted my counter of $45, and he actually sent me a note and said, "Thank you so much, for selling these to me. I'm actually going to a Western themed party Friday. Can you make sure I have them by Friday?" And they go out priority anyway, and I shipped them out, like on Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, he should definitely have them by Friday. All right, so again, we sold them for $45, paid $6 for the boots, shipped them. Shipping actually was about $9. eBay and PayPal got $5, so our net profit on this item was $26. So again, keep your eye out for the boots, especially if you can get them for a really, really good price. And I'll show you a couple more pictures here real quick so you can see how I take pictures of cowboy boots. If they have a design, you definitely want to get a up close picture like this, and always show the bottom. See, these showed wear, but they still have plenty of life left in them. And then try to get any labels. Okay, so here is one of my favorite sales of the week. Well, it's my favorite because I made the most profit off of it. This camera, when I picked it up in my haul video, I said it was only worth about $40. And that's what I thought when I looked it up in the Goodwill. Then I got home and started doing a little bit more research and realized that so on this one, the customers actually already left me positive feedback, which is really cool. So this one was listed maybe a week. It's a Nikonus, probably saying that wrong, 3 waterproof underwater camera. These are highly desirable. I was looking online and they sell pretty quick as long as you price them right. Priced mine for $139.99, and that is exactly what it sold for. So the number breakdown on this is we sold it for $140. I only paid $8 for it. It shipped for $8. eBay and PayPal got $14. Net profit on this one was $110. So that is awesome. Last week, this was another one that was in my haul video. This is a vintage slim picture light. This was actually, got home and found out this was opened. It looked like it was brand new in the package, and it was new. Nobody had actually ever taken it out, but there was a cut right there across the top. So it actually kind of lowered the amount that I could get for this light. I was going to be able to get closer to 30, but since it had been opened, I didn't quite get as much. So the numbers on this one, I paid $25 for it. I'm sorry, it sold for $25. I paid $5. It shipped for $7. eBay and PayPal got about $3. So my net profit on this one was $10. Okay, so that was my 10 sales for the week. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if it was educational and you got some good information out of it, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Appreciate everybody watching, and good luck out there reselling.